Ariana Grande t-shirt.
You hurt me a little Ariana Grande shirt on.
Oh, Lord.
Sit down, girl.
Bria, stop. Don't hit her like that, Shay. Bria, calm down. It's okay.
Fuck's sake. Hey, how's it going? Dan Mayo here. This is RuMayoNation Season 3, episode 5. That's that is syllabically quite tricky. Titles. So yeah, hi, obviously. I don't know what happened to the audio towards the end of the last episode, so I'm going to keep a keen eye. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled on the monitor, I swear.
Man, I'm gonna break my monitor, I swear.
Because I don't know what happened there, but it just shows, right? I care. The sound quality is important to me, because if you're going to talk shit, it's imperative that it sounds good. Yeah, it is Friday the 12th of June. It's my birthday in 11 days, I've just realised. That's cool. I'm still very much maintaining that I'm of an age now where, and for the people that are watching on YouTube, and you can, and I think it does help, I'm just about to put a nondescript pill in my drink. It's actually like a hydration thingy-majig.
I know I'm going to put mine right in here.
Which just gives water a bit of flavour. I can't be banging monsters at the minute because I'm married now. Oh dear, I can't be banging Monster Energy drinks. I'm still on this 40 mug shit. And yes, I'm being gaslit still. No, I'm being let down, actually, by now, which we'll get to. I am ready to tap out. Oh, the birthday point, really, come on, get to that. Yeah, I'm at an age now where, like, you know, your mum is, you know, you want for your birthday, and it's like, no, not really. Anything I kind of want, I'll get. Do you know what I mean? Without being like a bit big time. I don't have any fucking money, but like if there's a game I want, do you know what I mean? So not really, no. My care package is right there. She brought it when she came up last weekend. I probably will open it live.
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Because it's going to come a tradition on this podcast. I already know what's in there. But yeah, so that's the birthday point I've made. It's in 11 days. My wife, you know, I'm an adult now. I'm a grown up. I'm mature. So, you know, my wife's like, you know, what do you want for your birthday? I'm like, there's nothing really that I want. You could probably buy me the Assassin's Creed resync of Black Flag when it comes out the 9th of July, though. Like, there's nothing really I want, because the game I want ain't come out yet, so... yeah, so she's probably going to grab me that. I'm looking forward to that. That'd be cool. It does mean I need to complete the game I'm currently playing, and by currently playing, I mean haven't picked up in about 6 weeks, because I need to finish that or I never will. So, yeah, but also I need to complete it in a timely fashion, because it's another Assassin's Creed game, and then I'd get burnt out, and then when I'd go to load up the new Assassin's Creed game, I'd be like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah, I'm giving up on this ADHD medication, I've got to be honest. I'm still taking it, but I don't want to. It doesn't work. This is the wrong one. I spoke about this on my TikTok, and by now I think I should have felt something, and I'm not. My focus hasn't improved at all. My procrastination has increased. The only thing that's happening now is around 2 till 3:30, I just feel like shit warmed up. Like, I just go really flat, and I just sit there, and I'm vacant, and it's just a horrible feeling. And I've spoken to, because by the way, we're going to do some math on this fucking episode as well. So I had to request my new prescription. It got missed, yeah. Do it with 10 days notice. I did, as instructed. In fact, I did it in 12, with 12 days notice. I thought, right, whatever the Monday is, the week commencing, when that 10-day notification window requirement thing for the new meds comes along, I'll do it on that Monday. Did it on that Monday, got missed anyway. Fucking yes. A week later, on the 8th, that was on the 1st of June, on the 8th of June, I'm like, hey, can't help but notice my new prescription request is still flagged as being unseen. I get an instant response. I think, fucking hell, this is prompt. It's an automated response that says my prescriber's on annual leave to the 16th of June. Yeah. So, missed it and went on holiday. Yeah. Attention to detail, good, is it? Yeah. So I'm like, hey, like, I've got like 3 days of medication left. Wagwan. And I get a reply from the chat team, the portal, like, interweb doobry Firkin. Like, oh yeah, there'll be a guy covering her. We've sent an urgent note to him. This should have been actioned by now. I'm like, oh cool. So urgent. That means like it'll get dealt with today, right? I don't know many urgent emergencies that can wait until tomorrow. And then they're like, yeah, I don't know. And nothing all day. And then I've got a message from the guy who stepped in for the person who's on annual leave who missed my prescription request to say that he's just seen that note because he wasn't in yesterday. Yeah! So that's good.
It is decent!
And then, yeah, he's like, yeah, I don't know if it'll get there on time, blah, blah, blah. It did, annoyingly. Because I'd rather it didn't at this point, to be honest. I was looking forward to having a day off. And it did arrive, DPD. Now, obviously, we did the maths last time, didn't we? Where I got the hour slot, and I'm like, Arnie. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm going to get an hour slot in the day. There are about 4 minutes of time where I have to be out the house to get my daughter from preschool, right? So statistically, really unlikely it's going to come in that exact slot. And then Arnie. And then I get the hour slot, or the 2 hour slot, and it's between 11 and 1. I'm like, okay, well, 11:58 till 12:02 is really, really inconvenient. But that's a 2 hour window. The chances of it coming exactly in that window, like, you know, Raoul Moat, bruv. Yeah? Where's Gazzo when you need him? And then I get the little notification, okay, it's going to be within the next hour, and that's at about 11, and I'm going to be weak.
But I'm starting to get a bit shaky, you know what I mean? I'm a little bit weak.
And then I can track Dubry driving around on in his divan, and it's like, he's 4 of 86 stops away, and you go, okay, cool. And then he's like 3 stops away, and it's like 10 to 12, yeah! And then, yeah, he arrives at about 11:58, and I have to like prove that I live here by unlocking the door, like, you know, taking the meds, giving them the pin, dash in to get my daughter. And you think, okay, right, the statistical probability of that is pretty wild. Let's find out exactly how wild that would be. Let's bring on Bitterman for his debut this season. Good morning, Bitterman. I have a question about statistics, I guess.
Good morning, Dan. Absolutely. Hit me with your stats question. I'll give it to you straight, and we'll make sure the reasoning is solid. What are you trying to...
Okay, so I am an adult who's recently moved into the... I can't do bits of AI. Ignore everything I just said. We're going to start from now.
Starting again from now.
No worries at all. I'm with you. Just start from where you are now, and let me know exactly what you're trying to untangle in the stats, and we'll break it down step by step. What's the scenario or data point you're looking at?
Okay, so I was getting something delivered to my house.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women.
The delivery day for that company is 8 a.m. I think 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. I was given a slot, and it arrived at a particular time. Now, I was going to be out of the house 11:58 until 12:02. What is the statistical odds of that delivery coming in that 4-minute window if the actual slot could have been anywhere from 7 a.m. till 8 p.m.?
Ah, got it. So basically, you're trying to see how likely it was that the delivery landed exactly in those 4 minutes out of that massive window. So we're dealing with a uniform distribution from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's a 13-hour window, so it's 780 minutes in total. Your 4-minute window is just 4 out of 780. Multiply that fraction by 100 to get a percentage, and that's your odds. So it's about 0.51%. In short, it's just under 0.5% chance. So pretty unlikely, but not impossible.
So it happened that it came at the exact time I was out the house. Now, that's quite crazy, right? Now, I've had a second delivery, and it came at the exact same time. Now, you could then factor in that maybe that's just the route, but surely the amount of packages where they are is going to have some adjustment to the delivery. So what are the odds of that happening twice?
Yeah, this ramps up the improbability big time. So let's say the deliveries are still independent events. If one delivery had about a 0.51% chance, the probability of both happening in that exact same 4-minute window is just 0.51% times 0.51%. So that's about 0.026%. In other words, roughly 1 in 38,500. That's absurdly rare. So yes, while it could be a route quirk, I'd say it's worth stress testing whether the company has a pattern or if there's some hidden scheduling logic. But statistically, it's a huge outlier.
Do I even need to say anything? Thanks for listening. Like, share. It's like 1 in 38,500 of it happening twice.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Happened twice. Came yesterday, like 11:58. That's like, I mean, you know? And I'm supposed to not get cross at the universe for insurance reasons? That's a callback to the name of the last show. 1 in 38,500. Again, I'm like, okay, I'll get my slot. It's 11 till 1 again, but you know, that's fine. It's not gonna be the exact time about the house again, is it? Is it? Well, he's about an hour away. Well, it is around 11 now, so you know, but surely it's not gonna, you know, come at the exact time that I need to be out the house. Yeah, 11:58 again. Fucking cheers. But when it's medication that you don't even want to be taking now, because it just makes you feel like pure shit, just want her back. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell. But I'm going to persevere. I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to keep taking it. And then when Helen returns, I could be like, hey, look, I stuck with it. It's not working, this. It's just not working. And I had a really good chat with someone that, you know, I don't want to name because I don't know how public he is with his, you know, that side of his life. And he got in touch, gave me a call. I kind of know a mate who knows him. He's quite big on social media. He works as an entertainment comedian, presenter. He's done a lot of stuff. And can I just say as well, what a fucking incredibly lovely bloke. Like, I've been on bills with him years ago, and he's always come across just really nice and affable and friendly. And then you see stuff online, and again, it tracks. But then when you're then having him, you know, I asked my mate to ask him, could you ask what medication he's on? Because he had described it to my mate as being a game changer, and no game's being changed here. So I was expecting, you know, I was like, mate, if it's not too weird, could you just ask him what he's on? And then I can kind of try and work out from that. But then he comes straight into my WhatsApp direct, like, hi, mate, like, really happy to chat about this. If you want to understand, you're having some issues with your medication, blah, blah, blah. Calls me up, chat for about 25 minutes, and he's really forthcoming with information. And his description of his journey across this sort of ADHD diagnosis and medication is exactly what I was expecting to come out of it. And it just makes it, I think, more apparent that perhaps, yeah, this is just not the right type of medication for me. So, yeah, he's on more amphetamine-based stuff. And from reading, I'm like, oh, Gene. I'm like, okay, that feels as though that is going to be more my kind of thing, right? Because what I'm on now is kind of a, try this, and if this doesn't quite do the job, we go to the next gear. And I don't think it'd be a surprise to many, not least myself, that the let's just see if this does the job isn't doing the fucking job. And I'm not expecting some Bradley Cooper Limitless shit, do you know what I mean? But something, and there isn't anything, other than just feeling a bit shit in the afternoons. And I did raise this with the guy who stepped in for my prescriber who's in, you know, Barbados. Probably, I don't know, I'm just guessing there. Maybe I shouldn't. And he was like, straight away, sort of said, maybe this isn't the correct medication for you. So that was quite reassuring that it's like, they're not going to sort of stubbornly expect me to just keep going with this one. It's the first response is, okay, well, it could be the dose. It could be this just isn't the right medication for you, and we can potentially adjust, but I don't want to make that call. Keep taking it until your normal prescriber gets back, because she has a more, you know, detailed view of your... And I'm like, I mean, if by more detailed you mean we've communicated via more 3-day delayed portal notes, yeah. But it is a bit mental, and I was having a bit of a fucking bitch about this to my mate. Just saying, like, this is medication that affects, you know, your brain chemistry, right? Your personality as a result of that. Your, you know... So I think that the person you're working with to try and find the right mix, the right balance, I've realised the screen is the correct way, which you go, what's the issue? Like, next to the monitor on my camera, but then I look at myself too much, like, because I'm fucking beautiful. I'm not, but I finally sorted my life out yesterday. We'll get there. I feel like the person who you talk to about that stuff should be a bit more aware of, like, who you are and, like, what you need out of life. And so... yeah, like, where it's quite good to have a voice of someone who operates in the same sort of world that I do, where you don't need to be kind of consistently, you know, 9 to 5, there's a predictability to that, where how productive are you, what happened there, what do you need and when. That does change with what I do. And yeah, it's really helpful. And yeah, it's quite bizarre hearing that voice talking to me directly about my stuff. Yeah, it was really appreciated. I'm sure he doesn't watch this, but if he ever was to in the future, you can just tell the guy really fucking cares. You know, when you're on the phone to someone sometimes and you're like, they don't really want to fucking be on this call. He was so open and chatty, and yeah, really kind of helped me, you know, feel like I'm not going insane in thinking that perhaps this just isn't the right type of medication for me. And I've chatted to other acts I've spoke about on here, and they've kind of said the same. And yeah, so I'm going to try and open that dialogue about pivoting to the more amphetamine-based stuff and see if that does it. Because yeah, this isn't doing it, and actually, like I say, the opposite really. It's probably having a negative impact. Like, it dawned on me, it's a bit gross, obviously. And it's not like I shower every day anyway, because I think that's indulgent. I'm not running like 8,000 meters a day, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm walking that, sure, without leaving the house, fine, granted. But I had to drag myself into the bathroom yesterday to, like, shave, cut my hair, clip my nails, shave.
Shaved.
Like, male groom. All things are not done in, like, too long. And normally I'm better at keeping on top of that, despite my brain. And, like, I was saying to my wife, I don't think I've showered this week. She said, I don't think you showered since last week. I'm like, oh, I'm not even, like, doing the most basic shit, you know? So I do think there's room for potentially a little bit of a virus, because my daughter got a bit unwell and my wife's felt a bit shit as well. So it might be a bit double whammy, that. But yeah, I am going to push for a little bit of a review on the meds, because, and even the guy who's standing in, as I say, he kind of went, yeah, by now we'd be really closely monitoring the effects. If there really isn't any, then that's going to need review. So yeah, hopefully Bruce Almighty shit at some point, but not until my prescriber's back. And yeah, cool. Let's have a transition. I'll lock me cock on and I'll be back. Yeah. So we went to the cinema. My mum did come on the weekend, and we went to the cinema. We watched Scary Movie. It was fine. It kind of feels like there's not too much left. Do you know what I mean? I think we are swinging back a little bit from the all careful. Everyone's kind of happy to kind of, you know, push it a bit more. But I think it's, you know, I don't want to go as far as saying this is exactly why Kurt Cobain killed himself, because he might not have done, but we're not here to go into that. But, like, everything's kind of been done. Do you know what I mean? So it was fine. It was nostalgic enough. It is quite curious. My wife was saying, you know, there's quite a young audience, and it's like, I don't really see what you guys are getting out of this, because it's a lot of, you know, callbacks, and it's kind of a pastiche, a parody, a satire of their own work. It was fine. Very throwaway, very easily forgettable. I laughed a couple of times, but mostly because it was something that I already am familiar of the actual thing in the pop culture zeitgeist. You see that guy who's like, I've been delivered. I don't like men's no more. I like women. I like women. I like women.
Delivered!
I know the original of that, so that made me laugh. But yeah, it was fine. It started strong. I think the issue was it started really strong. It started with Carmen Electra in a bra, and from then on, it's like, that's a high bar to keep at. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it was fine. It was good to get out. My wife was getting a tattoo at the time, and I went to meet her. We went to Spoons for a couple of Pepsis. We did it at some old deers next to. You must find that you've probably been in Spoons, you know, if you're a delinquent. Whenever there's people in there that have like just chanced Spoons, they're always so pleasantly surprised, but they're so middle class with it. They're always just like, oh, this is really quite reasonable, isn't it? And the food, you know what? Not bad. It's like, yeah, I know. Us peasants, we're all right, aren't we? You're all right, you. You're all right, you. But yeah, we went there, watched the film. It was nice to get out and do something. My daughter was a little bit kind of under the weather. Oh my God. She fucking fell out the house yesterday. Not from, you know, anywhere dangerous, but she was pissing about on the door handle. And I'm like, Bertie, just don't pull on that, because, you know, and I'm pacing because it's what I do. And I just hear crump, crump, bump. And I look out, and she's obviously pulled on the handle, leant on the door. The door's open. She's then fell out, arse down, feet up. She's got a half wedge between the door. The first thing she says is, I'm sorry. Which, I don't know, man. That always fucking... It's kind of like, she's so, like, discombobulated. She doesn't know what the fuck's just happened. She's just like falling out of a house. And I've got to try not to laugh, obviously. She's absolutely fine. The dog scratched her today as well. Again, accident. Again, playing. But yeah, sort of caught her cheek a little bit. She'll be absolutely fine. But it was right before taking her to preschool. She obviously walks in with, like, you know, like I'm putting her in sort of, you know, small child cage fight syndicates. And straight away the teacher's like, ooh, what happened to your face? My dog scratched my face. I'm like, that's why I hung about, for context. They were playing. It's fine. Do you think if it wasn't an accident, I wouldn't be here with, you know, a bit more evidence of something going down, you know? But when I'm like cleaning her up, she's like, I'm going to tell my teacher and tell all my friends. I'm like, okay, it's imperative that you get this right, girl. All right? We don't need welfare coming round. Do you know what I mean? He's the biggest, softest idiot. He loves her. They were playing together. He kind of jumped up at the same time she sort of turned, and he kind of caught her cheek a little bit. One of the ones at the beginning, you go, oh, fuck. And will probably be mostly gone by the end of the day. But yeah, she fell out the house. And that weren't my fault either. Or the dogs. Fuck me at the cinema. I tell you what, nearly didn't see the film. It always starts late, right? Which is a good thing, because fuck me, the guy serving us, fucking Sterling Moss. It was quite busy because I think it was opening weekend, was it? And, you know, you buy your tickets and your food at the bit now, but buy your tickets online if you're not a dickhead. But the girl next to us is clearing this line out. She had served 6 people while this guy was still serving the people in front of us. Now, these people were getting hot dogs and, you know, basically a Henry VIII buffet with their film. The Vampire Slayer, by the way, R.I.P. Anthony Head. Pour one out for you. Pour one out for Giles. But fuck me, bruv. Maybe just multitask. You know what's about Bill and Ben, how they cook and it's kind of like one thing at a time? Like they'll make beans on toast, but they'll make the toast first. Then when the toast pops, they'll do the beans. This geezer was basically the same thing, but with popcorn, hot dogs and drinks. He's doing one thing at a fucking time, man. He's pouring that jumbo Pepsi and watching it pour. And then it finishes and he gets the lid. And then he gets the straw and puts it in. Then he walks back to the drink machine, gets another cup. And obviously we're sitting there thinking...
I'm sitting there thinking...
Like... is Ashton Kutcher about to pop out here? Like, am I about to get murked by Rio Ferdinand? What the fuck was that show, by the way? We're not going to get into it.
He got murked.
We're sitting there thinking, what the like? Is this a social fucking experiment? Because I'm trying my best here. We're not buying food, by the way. I think Em wanted to buy some crispy M&Ms. We've got a fucking cool bag of cherry Pepsis and a big old bag of little popcorn. We're not there to fuck about. Do you know what I mean? Once you see them decant their fresh popcorn from a massive sealed bag, it's like, oh, fuck you guys then. I can get that from Lidl. The fact that she bought those, I think she bought a pack of crispy M&Ms and some strawberry cheesecake munchies, and it was like nearly £8. And there's a Lidl just round the corner. You get fucking jet lag, mate. You're in Spoons 1 minute thinking this is remarkably cheap. Then you get there and it's fucking like getting bet up. But he does the drinks. And then they want a hot dog each. So he goes and he gets one hot dog and gets the hot dog bun out the cupboard. And he puts the hot dog in the bun. And then he gets the sauce for the hot dog. And then he gets the other sauce for the hot dog. And then he walks that hot dog back. And then he walks back to the hot dog bit to get another hot dog. It's like, motherfucker, man. Why can't you make both hot dogs while you're there? While one cup's pouring out, because it's on a timer, by the way. He's not fucking free soloing this shit. Could you not be scooping popcorn in a bucket while that's happening? No, apparently not. Now. You'd be quicker at serving popcorn, please. Now. No. It's 2 buckets of popcorn, 2 hot dogs. Then he's going for the fucking nachos. I'm surprised he didn't take one fucking tortilla out at a time. Building like a fucking Jenga tower. And I'm just thinking, like, what the fuck? Like, I'm impatient. My wife is patient. That's how we're married, okay? But even she's like, what the I'm like, mate, don't. Just don't. Gives them all their stuff. And then they're like, oh, got any napkins?
We got enough napkins? Yeah, we got enough napkins. That's enough. That's enough right there.
Oh my god, he's gonna start fucking looking for trees to take the fucking wood off to refine down to paper and then he's like, oh, yeah, goes back to the popcorn bit, he's looking. Goes to the hot dog bit, he's looking. Goes out to the fucking back through the doors down the end of the fucking Dewberry. And he goes up to a member of staff. And, got some napkins. And then they're not there by the thing. And like shows him the drawer. And he's like, oh, don't know. Goes back out. Fucking, I'm there like, do you know what I mean? I'll get in a bit. But you know what's going to happen? You're going to jump across, then he's going to just fucking activate, any turn into squiddly diddly and do it all well quick. He comes back and goes, oh, I can't find napkins, but we've got like blue paper, like blue roll if you want. And then, oh yeah, no, don't worry about it. Part of me is on them. Do you know what I mean? Being like, you know? But yeah, so he serves us quickly enough for scanning 2 barcodes and letting us beep a fucking card reader. Go in, it is quite busy. Fucking gone, by the way. And I'm not here to judge. I say we bring our own snacks. But I'll tell you one thing, that, do you know what? This can be the Megan. I was going to make the slogan the Megan. This is more Megan.
Excuse me, Megan? That behaviour's unacceptable. I don't like it.
This geezer next to me whops out a fucking sealed sandwich bag with fucking loose crisps in there. Sorry. Like, I'm more concerned about you than that ginger geezer that shot up the cinema. Was it like when Batman was on me while sitting?
Sitting.
You've taken out a sandwich bag of crisps, bruv. What's in the other sandwich bag? A Glock? Like, what the fuck? I'd be less shocked, actually, if it was a Mac 10 in there. Like, and this one, I don't like going to the cinema. I only go when it's well dead. And Toy Story 5's coming out, so that's going to have to change again. We're taking Bertie, and I can't wait. She's never been to the cinema before. She's going to shit, man. She's going to love it. They've also announced this fucking remaster of the old Toy Story games. I can't wait for it to just get a bit older, her hands get a bit bigger, we can play PlayStation together. Because at the minute, she's well shit hanged. She can't do anything. She wants to watch Doc McStuffins on Disney, and it's sooty. We're on point 1, by the way. Okay? 25 minutes in. It's fine. But yeah, we're going to go again. But like, it's when it's busy, people are long, man. And I did have to say to the sandwich bag geezer, like, look, I am going to be checking my phone. I know it's well annoying. It's because my daughter's not too well. So I just want to make sure that all's good. He's like, yeah, no, that's absolutely fine, man. I'm like, cool. Do you know what's not fine? The crisps in that sandwich bag, bruv. Pattern up. But he was laughing whenever like someone just came on the screen. Like when Brenda first came out, he went... Cindy comes on screen. Would you be better off just reading the fucking cast list at home? Giggling to yourself, dickhead. Fucking... Yeah. It was fine. It was fine. I was kind of weird. I was like just sitting there like... I wouldn't mind if I got a phone call from my mum right now saying Libertine keeps waking up. Oh, does she? Oh, we better be off then. But yeah, it was alright. I just don't think there's many more places to go with films. I think the only way to be like quite shocking now is to get really fucking specific with it. Examples that I came up with to my wife, but I won't share on here because I'm not saying we should laugh about them. But like, think of like something that's really atrocious on like a specific individual level. You need to go kind of like is it the Stalin approach where it's like one death's a tragedy and millions a statistic? If you want to be really shocking now, you're going to have to go like really fucking specific with your targets. Because it's kind of just like, all right, yeah. I saw the fucking Jackass trailer as well. And that's the only time it's appropriate to say it in that manner, by the way.
Megan?
I don't know if I can watch that in the cinema. You do wince, don't you? They look old as well. It's like, you're going to break something. I swear to God, if you get first in line at a hip replacement ahead of my wife, I'm going to be livid. Yeah, so... The weather's been fucking shit. It makes you feel like a crap dad. Because you realise you're not fucking Neil Buchanan. You can't be rocking out all these arts and crafts ideas. And where I've been a bit like of a sort of spaced out moon unit div because of its medication, I feel like I've just been a bit of a crap dad. But I managed to get to the park when it was briefly sunny and instantly I recalibrated. Because like, if you think you're bad at something, it's a bit like if you feel munting going down your local high street on like a Tuesday afternoon. And you go, oh, do you know what? I'm actually fucking Ryan Gosling compared to these orcs. Same thing, right? I went to the park. There's this girl that is always there, and she's just a little bit right street, wrong house. You could tell she's a couple of fries short of a Happy Meal. Just a bit odd, bruv. But her parents are fucking odd. And I'm not kidding when I say this. Sometimes she'll come up and just stare at you, and it's weird. And I've got stories about that in the past about someone. I think I spoke about it. I used to babysit him, and then it turns out like his dad, he was like a 6'3" postman, massive. Had to like barricade the door shut of an ironing board because he kept trying to get into the room at night, and he got caught walking out the house with a knife behind his back. And where are you going? And he's like, Kelsey's being horrible to me. Okay, I should have charged at least double to sit watching Match of the Day and occasionally flick over to Baby Station. What? I've done the joke before, I think, where it's like, what can I do for you, baby? Fucking hide. My wife's come downstairs and I've lost the remote. But,
Was it skunk?
Yeah, she would just come and sort of stand and stare at you, and it's like, and he used to knock on your door and be like, hi, oh, you're alright, mate. He's got the starry vest out. And then his face would just drop. I think I spoke about it in the past. And, yeah, she's a bit like that, to be honest. But then, where Matey's dad was sound as fuck, this girl's dad just couldn't give a fuck, man. And it's good. It's sweet as, because then it makes you feel better. This genuinely happened, right? She's walking around with a fucking carrier bag, just running around with it like she's in fucking American Beauty. And the dad's just kind of away off at the fairies. At one point, I shit you not, he's lounged back on the roundabout, just slowly spinning around looking at the sky, while she sat in the sand with the fucking bag over her head. And I'm like, mate, like, why has she even got the bag? But she's about to, like, have, like, a turtle's death, but she's on land. Like, what the fuck? He's literally just there, like... and she's got the carry bag fully over her fucking head. And obviously my daughter's there, so you've got to kind of be like, right, you see what she's doing? That's fucking mental. Don't do that.
You big you're a mentalist.
But yeah, then you go, do you know what? I'm a pretty good dad, actually. You know? You shouldn't set that as the bar, sure. Okay, mine fell out of a house, but, you know, that was her fault. Libertine's doing space at school at the minute, by the way. And there was a great moment I took her in, and they've got this big, like... spacescape cloth thing hanging, and there's a massive moon, and I catch it, and it's great, man, because Libertine's now an age where you can kind of make jokes that she sort of gets, I guess, ish. She understands, like, context and reference. So I stop her, she's running in, I was like, Bertie. She's like, yeah. I was like, look at the size of the moon.
Get out and have a look at that moon quick.
She's like, it's at the bleeding low level.
The moon is on the bleeding low level.
The phone don't do it justice.
The phone isn't doing this justice, folks, yeah?
And we're just, like, riffing on that fucking Conor McGregor video. But I love that. She gets it. Like, there's the moon. Look at the size of the moon. And now every day this week I've dropped her off. She's like, Daddy, look at the size of the moon. Ridiculous. Like, but I love that shit, okay? Her podcast is going to be fucking lit. Lewis. I tell you what, though. She does need to stop fucking giving it. That she's getting indoctrinated at school. She comes back and says all this shit about, like, how it's important to have trees and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's a salient point, sure. But now she'd be, like, digging me out like she's... Do you know what I mean? Like, fucking... She's basically becoming like them Just Stop Oil protesters that throw soup at artwork. But her equivalent is like to just like criticise me. I was having some sardines on toast because apparently a world war's just finished and we're on rations. And I like to heat it up a bit, and I do that by pouring the hot water on the sardines to like heat the tin it's in a bit to warm them up a little bit. And she sits there and she's like, Daddy, I'm like, yeah. I can see that you're wasting water. I'm like, excuse me? I can see that you're wasting water. I'm not wasting water, Bertie. I'm using it to heat up. I'm using water. Probably, you know, not in the most efficient way, but I'm using water. I'm warming something up. It's important we don't run out of water. I'm all right. And by the way, where's this energy whenever the temperature's above 18 degrees and it's Mrs. fucking paddling pool comes to play? Oh, I do a paddling pool. So you can sit in fucking 500 times more water than I'm using to heat up these sardines for about 10 minutes. We go, I'll get out now. Where's that energy then, dickhead? Fucking unbelievable. I can see you wasting water. Why don't you go play with that door handle again? Here, take this back. I'm going to go play the roundabout. Fucking hell. She is funny, though. She just tells you mad shit now. Sindhu V does a very good bit about it. I spoke about it. How they just tell you all things that you already know because you told them. And we're very much in that world. Have another drink with you? Yeah, I will. I'll get gopping because of this fucking medication. But yeah. Oh, man, she's fucking great. She is stressed and quite hard work, as all children are. But actually, do you know what? I reckon she's pretty fucking sound. She's quite easygoing. She's adorable. But she's stubborn as fuck. And do you know what? I actually quite like that. I think I'd rather she be stubborn as fuck. Do you know what I mean? Because then, like... I speak about in the last episode, setting boundaries and being really deliberate with what you will and won't accept and stuff. And I think you can be that to a fault. You know, I've never achieved it, but you probably can. But I like that. She's very sure in herself and, you know, what she expects and what she wants. And I think that's, you'd rather be that side, right? Than an absolute bitch who just gets pushed over. Oh, fucking hell. Speaking of being pushed over, and I will be careful about context here. This technically goes into the Bill and Ben files. We'll have a transition and I'll come back. I'll get a phone call from my wife. She's had a voicemail left on her phone by the head of year 10 at Bill and Ben's school, saying, and it's transcribed the voicemail, and it comes across like, yeah, pretty serious. So I understand why Em's then phoned me like, look, I've missed this call. I'm in this meeting. Like, do you know what the fuck's gone on? Has Bill said anything to you? And I spoke to Bill, and just so we get to the end point first, he's like, it's fine and he's fine, right? But this is how it was transcribed. Good afternoon, Mrs. Mayo. It's Mr. calling from I'm the head of year 10. I'm ringing on behalf of the pastoral behaviour team as Mr. is not in today. We are aware of a situation involving Bill and another child, and he has been Bill and another child has been physical towards him. That's what I wanted to make you aware, that we are investigating this incident, and that student will be out of circulation tomorrow. While this takes place, we are very sorry for what has happened to Bill, and if Bill needs any support, he can come and speak to us in the pastoral office or speak to his form tutor tomorrow. It's Bibbidi Burt from Bibbidi Burt. If you want to email me back and you need a call back, please have a good rest of your evening. Please have a good rest of your evening. All right, don't keep saying it.
Don't keep saying it, but...
Anyway, so I'm like, yeah, what the fuck? Okay, what the fuck's gone down here then? So at this point, Bill and Ben are coming downstairs because Ben's made a lasagna. We'll get there. And I'm like, Bill, come here a sec, mate. He's like, yeah. I'm like, what happened today, man? He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, what happened today? Your mum got a call from someone saying there was an incident today. And he's like, oh, yeah, nah. We'll call him Jeffrey. Oh yeah, Jeffrey like pushed me outside science, and then he sort of like volleyball dig motioned like he did, like me, like I think trying to go for my balls but missed and kind of hit me in the bit above. I'm like, okay, it's like he was just being an idiot. And this kid, it's one of them ones where like as the name comes up, I'm like, oh right. So I thought immediately, what the fuck has a year 10 done to him, and why would he need pastoral support? Has he been like, do you know what I mean, like molested by a year 10? Like, what the fuck? Like, I remember my brother, his first day of secondary school. I think I might have spoken about this on the pod before. First day. Now, my brother's very different to me, right? Very placid, timid, very intelligent, like Sheldon Big Bang style, right? Yeah, just not me. Like chalk and cheese. We don't even look alike, right? People won't have that we're brothers. My mate started working at the same place my brother works. Everyone just presumed my brother was his brother, not mine. We're so different, right? Like, he's got really tiny pee and so, my wife needs a hip replacement. His doesn't. All right? That was an incident from when she was a child and I was not involved. Okay? But that was my elbow and I still don't care.
I don't care that you broke your elbow.
But there was a college near where we went to school where there were, I don't know if they had like a program for Down syndrome people. And again, we've spoken in the past about them. I love them. They're fantastic. They're great fun. But we know that, you know, that there's issues with decision making and stuff like that. Okay, fine. My brother's first day, timid, year 8, I think we went because we had middle schools. He went by the college because there's no fences or gates when we went to school. You just go where you fucking like. And he was walking and a Down syndrome child hit him with a bottle of Coke and pushed him in a bush. Okay? This was before the days of Coke Zero as well. I think he got like full fat Coke to the head and then pushed in a bush. And that is fucking hilarious, okay? To this day!
To this day!
And, yeah, so, but this, I'm like, oh, shit. Like, so what happens? Oh, he was just being an idiot. We're outside science lining up, and he was pushing people, and he pushed my mate, and he was going down the line. This kid, so his name always comes up. He just sounds like one of them where it's like, should he even be in this school kind of thing, right? He's the kid who's running, you know, what's it called, Naruto running, like, down the corridor. Do you know what I mean? He's that one, right? And Bill happens to be the next in line. He pushes him. He doofs him, hits him in kind of the pubic bone area. And I'm like, okay, and are you good? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you sure? He's like, yeah, I'm good. I was like, okay, Ben, just go away a sec, because Ben was there. I was like, mate, like, if you're a bit embarrassed, or like, it's cool to tell me if you're not okay with it. He's like, I'm fine. He's just an idiot. I was like, and what did you do back? He was like, nothing. I was like, mate, I'm not looking for ways to get you in trouble. I just want to know the full picture. Like, what did you do back? And he's like, oh, I pushed him over. And I was like, okay, that's cool, man. Like, I get it. I wouldn't have been surprised or shocked or bothered if you banged him in the fucking face. You know what I mean? Fuck off. You don't know. Obviously, you don't do that to me, sort of thing.
This is my no square. No, don't touch.
But you're good, yeah? He's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm fine. I was like, okay. So I was going to let them know. Tried to phone the school, couldn't get through. Phoned them the next morning, like, hi, I'm trying to get hold of Mr. Bibbidi because da-da-da-da-da. And they're like, okay, he's not available now, but I can get him to call you at some point today. I'm like, yeah, do you know roughly when that might be? And they're like, oh, no, I don't know because he's teaching all day. I'm like, oh, is he teaching all day today, is he? And the receptionist was like, well, yeah, he's a teacher. So I'm like, well, that doesn't mean he's teaching all day because I was a teacher as well. And if he's ahead of you, then he has a reduced timetable, so he won't be teaching all day. Sometimes you might be, but it's not a given, right? Well, I just don't know when he is or isn't teaching. Can you not get his timetable on the computer? Oh, yeah, I probably could. I was like, just don't worry about it. It's fine, but like, yeah, if you can give me a call. He's just not got an extension I can pass you through to, I think she said at the beginning. Well, how do you know that there's been a call then? Oh, you would have been emailed. I'm like, oh, can you email him again then, just to remind him? She's like, yeah. And she's like, fine. It's not a problem. Calls me back later on that day. And it's fine. I'm like, mate, I appreciate the call. And he's like, obviously I don't know Bill. How is he? I'm like, he's fine. Like, he's a robust lad. Like, he's popular. He's confident. Like, he's not, he's not going to be rocking in his room. He's fine. He's not going to need like pastoral support, etc. But same token, I'm not going to teach him that is fine, and that's that kid because Bill's a good lad, but he's not going to accept that happening again. I was like, to risk of going full Stalin. Once is an incident, right? Keeps happening, then it's a pattern, and then it's it needs dealing with. I just need to trust that you. And I said, I know you can't talk specifically about the kid. I get it. I know. But I need to know that the punishment, the consequence is going to be suitable and appropriate. Because if it isn't, and he then thinks it's okay to continue behaving that way, it will get dealt with, but just not via the behaviour measures of the school, right? If he doesn't know how to act appropriately, and if he thinks it's appropriate to try and touch people there, he's going to find out quickly that it isn't one way or another. I prefer it to be by the school sanction system, right? As a parent, I'm glad that Bill's robust enough to just laugh it off, and this kid is just a little fucking, little nit kind of, the type. So I'm not concerned for him, but equally I don't want him to have to like compromise his boundaries to accommodate someone who can't behave appropriately, right? So I'm like, we won't tolerate that happening again. So stamp this out, basically. So yeah, the guy was like, I was like, what even happened? But I don't really know because I weren't there. And I'm like, okay, who was there? Oh, I missed such and such. Where's she? Oh, she's talking to the kid now. Okay. And when it's on, I don't really know Bill. I did say, like, mate, I don't think you're the best person to be talking to about this. You weren't there. You didn't see what happened. You don't know how it come to be because Bill didn't even tell anyone. He was pulled aside at the end of the lesson and asked to do a statement. He didn't even, do you know what I mean? Well, I don't even know what you may even have to talk about. You have no idea what the fuck's gone on. But yeah, Bill's absolutely fine. And I know it's a weird grey area, isn't it? And it's having that conversation with kids. Remember, as a teacher, you sort of pants your mates. So if you reframe that as you're forcibly removing somebody's clothing against their will, so you doing a little volleyball dig to the cock and balls, you think, wait. So, well, actually, no, you've just deliberately touched someone's genitals when they didn't want you to. Like, that's not good. So, yeah. But Ben made a lasagna, okay? It was Bill doing his pastry dish last week. And, I was saying, oh, fuck that. I'm not forking out loads of ingredients for you to just do some half-ass shit that you've put no preparation or plan into. And I'm a man of my word. So when Ben came back, well, M gave me it. Ben had done this, like, actual menu where he'd said how much he needs, what he's going to make, the method, all of that. I'm like, okay, fine. You've put the effort in. What do you need? So he wants to make a lasagna, which I think is a fucking jump, to be honest. They've done smoothies, apple crumbles, and now it's a lasagna from scratch in an hour. Right? But I'm like, okay, fine. Get him all the shit. And then that morning, he's obviously getting his stuff together. And he's like, so do I like cook the sauce? And then I was like, okay, firstly, you're going to cook the mince. Okay, you're going to chop the onion. Oh, it's jokes. I was mate, an hour. Like, an hour. It's quite tight, that. From scratch a lasagna. He's like, yeah, no, it's fine. All I've got to do is just... Right, okay, you can remove the word just from anything you need to do. Because Bill's currently trying to just cut an onion and look at the fucking state of it. Honestly, I think fucking Pingu could have done a better job. It's ridiculous how slow it is and how bad it is. I'm like, everything you think is going to take X amount of time is going to take at least 3 times that, okay? Because you've never done it before. Or I've just got... No, okay? It's going to be hard, right? So I'm trying to talk him through it. Because that was the evening before. They're making pasta and fuck me. We're watching it just like, this is insane. How difficult they're making this look. By the way, so many of their arguments we dealt with by the other one just not deliberately going out of their way to be a fucking dickhead to the other. They're like 85% of the way through cooking this dinner, and Bill turns to Ben and says, what are you having? Ben's like, what? Bill's like, this isn't for you. So I'm like, Bill, look, it fucking is. Like, what are you talking about? They'd won the other morning because Bill's been using Ben's water bottle for like 2 weeks. Ben wanted to take it in. He wants Bill to wash it up. Bill's attitude is, I don't need it, so why the fuck should I wash it? So they're having this argument, and I'm upstairs thinking, surely it's going to play out at some point and find a conclusion. Of course it isn't. Bertie goes down there. She starts repeating what they're saying. Just wash it. Just wash it. Okay, so now she's learning from you. So can you read the room? Maybe just shut the fuck up. I go downstairs eventually. What's the issue? Bill's been using my bottle for 2 weeks. I want to take it in right now. It's dirty. I'm telling him he needs to wash it up because he's the one that's been using it. And he's now saying he's not going to wash it up because he doesn't need it. So I look at Bill and he's like, oh, I'll wash it up. Right, so you know that's the right thing then, right? So why do I need to be down here for that to happen? But yeah, what are you having for dinner? Because this isn't for fucking you. Oh my God, honestly. Watching that was a massacre. It was horrible. Terrible. And Ben reckons he's just rocking up and making the lasagna out of nowhere. So, yeah, he's like, so I cook the sauce. And I don't know, you chop the onion and you fry the onions with the mince. I fry the onion. I'm like, did you not plan this? He's like, do I not just put the onion in the sauce? I'm like, no. Fry the mince and the onion. And then cook the sauce. Well, yeah, but like, just put the sauce over the onion and mince. When the onion's gone soft and the mince has gone brown, just pour the sauce over. What, same pan? Well, yeah, I don't mean pour it over in a different pan, because that doesn't make any physical fucking sense. Right. And then you're going to try and reduce the tomato sauce down, like the passata and stuff, to a bit of salt and pepper. Do they have salt and pepper at school? Yeah, I think so. Right, we'll put some salt and pepper in, and, reduce it down. I was like, mate, do you know what your best bet is? Construct it there. Construct it there and then bake it at home. Because you've got to bake it for 40 minutes. The lesson's an hour. Cooking, baking, working with flour.
I enjoy cooking, baking and stuff, working with flour.
Like, you're not going to do this in an hour. There's no way. The teacher's going to talk shit for 5 minutes. Then you've got 10, 15 minutes to chop an onion, fry it off with mince, reduce the tomato sauce in the pan, and then bake it. There's no way. And clean up at the end, all that sort of shit. He's like, yeah, so just construct it there, bring it back, bake it here. He's like, oh, okay. But then he's like, how do I bring it back, though? I'm like, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
He's like, do I need something to put it in? I'm like, I don't think your hands are going to do. So, yeah, take, like, the glass dish. Yeah, but it'll probably break. Why would it? What are you doing?
I threw it on the ground.
Carry it. Carefully, right? Okay, yeah. Do I need to take pans, or will the school have pans to provide for me? I'm not really fucking want to have pans. Otherwise, you better get to strapping that fucking oven on your back as well, boy. But anyway, I go upstairs and I'm coming back down, and Ben's like, can I use the thing that I used to flip the omelettes to weigh the mince? What? Can I use the thing that, like, I used... Yeah, I used the thing that flip the omelette. The thing that I used to flip the omelette to weigh the mince. What do you mean, the fish slice? The spatula? It's like, yeah. What, to weigh the mince? Yeah. I don't think you can get an accurate weight measurement from a spatula, unless you've got some sort of weight measuring device in your shoulder. And a sore shoulder. That we're unaware of. No, I mean to, like, put it on the scales. I'm like, what, like, here? Yeah. I'm like, why? Why? Because I only need 250 grams. I'm like, yeah, but the pack's 400 grams. Just, do you reckon it's better to... right now, it's factory packed. It's sealed, right? Do you think it's better to keep it that way while you transport it to school and maybe weigh it that end? Or do you think it's better to open it now, get out that raw bloody meat, weigh it, and then carry that unsealed to school? Probably weigh it at school. Definitely. Okay, yeah. I was also just use 400. So I only 250. Just use 400. You're making a lasagna. You're gonna need to layer it, like, for Christ's sakes, it's a shit, a casserole, it'll stay. You're gonna need to layer it. Use 400. Just use 400. It'll be fine. Okay. Go downstairs. He's already cut the fucking meat open. I'm like, oh my fucking God. So there's me fucking shrink wrapping it, like back when I worked at Next, that I just shrink wrap sofas. There he goes. Off he goes. Dragging the fucking oven with him. And the fridge to keep the meat in until he cooks it period 5. Like he's on some fucking, like, London Marathon gimmick, but he's gone very, very wrong. But, do you know what? Praise where praise is due. It was fucking hot. No, it was actually really nice. He did a good job. He made it there, constructed it there, brought it back. Pasta to liquid ratio a little bit off, but it tasted good. I tried a little bit. Can't argue with the taste. I was waiting for the argument between him and his brother. I was like, well, that could be your dinner, right? And if there's enough, then Bertie can have some. And he's like, yeah, cool. Like I say, to be fair to him, yeah, good. You can start cooking us some fucking dinners, boy. It was nice, decent. Take credit where credit's due. Good little lasagna. Sorry, I'm being distracted here, obviously. I think that's it for the Bill and Ben files, to be fair. It's been quite low-key. I'm sure there's just general stupidity, but... Let me... I was going to do a story about... I was doing this on the... Oh, my God. By the way, speaking about wasting water, kind of, my mate shared something, and he's got pelters for it in the WhatsApp. He went to a wedding in which the day started with a freshwater swim, i.e. everyone went in the fucking sea for a swim. And his post was, every wedding should start this way. And one of the lads in the group was like, you couldn't be more fucking wrong.
How about you do, ladies and gentlemen, Scotty do.
And I could not fucking agree more. Sorry. We'll get to tarantulas with massive cocks next week. Okay? Because apparently there are tarantulas that have got cocks as big as their legs. And there's a funny reason for it. We'll get to it next week. And it might be whatever the opposite of feminism is, actually. But we'll get there. I have stopped watching wrestling now, full disclosure. I checked out a WrestleMania, the one where Triple H and Booker T, who is a black gentleman, and Triple H is a white gentleman. And the whole run-up is Triple H, who's the champion, telling Booker T, who is the non-champion, that people like you aren't champions in this business. And then you go, okay, much like the hot lesbian action that we had to suffer and endure for our sins for the super kick at the end of it to show that it was wrong, you think, okay, so surely Booker's gonna beat Triple H at the final fucking match at WrestleMania. Because, you know, people like you aren't champions in this business. But he's gonna prove that to not be the case. Right? No. Triple H, turns out, was right all along. Black people can't win titles in this business. What the fuck?
I don't agree with that in the workplace.
Booker T's got to win that. Why is everyone wearing smart clothing? That's weird. Looks it up. Apparently Vince insisted on everyone wearing smart clothing for a little while when they weren't in the ring. Wrestlers look weird in clothes and they're so sweaty in those button-down shirts. But yeah, I'm like, okay, that'll do for me then. You know, Booker T's not even got good tits. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, my wife enjoyed watching the recap of the wrestling, the hot lesbian action, because she knows. She knows that I'm an ally and that I won't stand for that shit, which is why I've stopped watching. Not because my hyperfocus has run dry. Wouldn't be that. Never is. But yeah, we'll get to Tarantula Cocks next week. Freshwater swim at the beginning of a wedding. You might as well tell me the wedding's on the fucking moon, because I'm not coming. That's worse, I think, than people being like, we'd love you to share this magic day with us. It's in Cyprus. And it's like, I can't afford to go to Cyprus to watch you to sign some paper that can be undone with signing another piece of paper. Oh, yeah, but it's like a holiday for you as well. Yeah, but holidays for me don't tend to be dictated to by other people, right? But if you're telling me, right, bring trunks. What the fuck for? Well, because in the morning, we're all going to jump in the sea and go for a swim. I could tell you something about that. I won't be fucking doing it. Okay? Every wedding should start this way. Yeah. If you want your marriage to be the beginning of you having no friends, Great idea. I hope you two get on well because no one else is going to be fucking hanging out with you anymore. I just can we just get a good buffet to Vampire Slayer again, one out for Anthony Head, and just make sure that there's not the speeches aren't too long. Can you promise me that? Make sure there's a hotel somewhere to stay, within 46 miles of the venue, please. Make it no children as well, please. Crazy when you see stories of people who have like weddings and it's like no children and people bring their children, and then like I saw one where the child was in like a white dress as well, and it's like, wow, you just want a fucking cat fight, don't you? Respect it. Every wedding should end this way. The bride drop kicking an 8-year-old child in a white dress before trying to take the wedding cake knife to their mother. Yeah, no. I think, like, in the defense of the person who said about every wedding starting like this, I think they'd go on a Christmas Day sea swim. Why don't you go and fuck some fish, mate? That's clearly what you want to do, all right? It's a good lad in general, but terrible taste in weddings, it seems. I think they're engaged. Oh, get nervous about that fucking invite. Has the energy dropped a bit? Might have done. Can do. Oh, by the way, on me eating sardines, I came down from mackerel because it was cheaper and there's more protein in it, and we're trying to just sort of tighten the belt a little bit at the minute because life's just expensive. But it was offset by the fact that Bill's been taking lunch in now, which is a win because they haven't been doing so. But his lunch has consisted of 2 penguin chocolate bars, so that's good. There's enough for 1 a day, so they've been ripped through. They were fucking 16 on Monday, and then there were 6 by Wednesday. Really glad I went down the sardines route to save a few pennies. Fuck me. Right, let's do memes. I don't know if there was a spotted. I think it was something ridiculous, like, please post this anonymously. Does anyone know anyone that could do fingernail gel things? What do you mean post anonymously? Like, listen, a bit awkward this, but I'm looking for someone who could do my nails. Okay. Let's get into my memes then. When I go into my memories, fucking all alone in the moonlight, etc. World Cup started, by the way, last night. I watched Mexico-ish. I watched about 20 minutes of it. I saw 3 red cards. I saw the last red card. I'm actually okay with that decision, by the way. The guy's made no attempt to play the ball. He's recognised that the guy is nearly through on goal, and he's, potentially going to score. And I'm in this little, like, Abue Cup sweepstake thing, and I had 2-0 Mexico, so I didn't want them, the other team to score either. But no attempt to take the ball, and it's just completely taken him out when he's probably able to take one more touch and be through on goal. But yeah, there's so much fucking bullshit around the World Cup that it just doesn't feel like it's... Yeah, I don't know. There's just something a bit off about it, isn't there? And I'm not intelligent enough to get into it. 10 years ago today, I don't know why English fans are so shocked about the result last night. The Russians are communists. Of course, they're going to make sure everyone got the same in the end. It's all right, isn't it? Satire. 12 years ago today, every channel on telly other than ITV could quite literally broadcast anything right now. I'm guessing this was a World Cup or Euros year. BBC One could just have a live feed of Hugh Edwards masturbating furiously to reruns of The Weakest Link, occasionally looking at one camera in the studio and replicating Anne's infamous wink for the one person actually watching at home. And if you are that one person watching, you deserve it. Weird that went Hugh Edwards, and this was pre him being very BBC, right? So we can maybe change up the show that he's masturbating to, but I don't want to speculate because it's gross. What a dirty little cunt. 12 years ago, okay, football, you've ripped my heart out and really fucked me off. Now you can cheer me up again, please. 12 years ago today, Fabregas joined Chelsea.
I threw up.
And I just weren't okay with it. But it's fine. This is not an Arsenal podcast. 13 years ago, well done, Dan. Hope you're having a beer to celebrate. I don't know what I achieved. Context? Thank you. No, not tonight. Now that I'm qualified, I'm shooting out applications. Became a qualified teacher. That was worth it.
That'll be a quiet night in at the library. Not.
To be fair, I did a job. I did do a bit of teaching, didn't I? It didn't work Mondays. Didn't want to do paperwork.
It doesn't mean I have to do my own filing.
And just made it my target to try and disrupt departments by running off to various exotic countries with teachers of different subjects. It is funny though, because give it like, all the rumours about me running off with this teacher, and we heard you were doing hand stuff in the fucking, in the geography teacher in the fucking science tech room, and I'm like, and that's all bullshit, there's nothing to it, and okay, I'm married to someone now, and, yeah, sure, okay, we did meet when I was a supply teacher at her school, shut up, but,
Fuck you.
Didn't happen then either, by the way. It was after I'd left. I must have left quite the impression. I didn't. She's like, I just couldn't work you out at first. You should just sit there in the corner of the PE office with a woolly hat on, even though it was the summer, and look very miserable and not talk to anybody. I'm like, yeah. In the industry, we call those come downs. Quick question: 20 Football Manager players? No, I can't get to Football Manager. I tried. It's just spreadsheets, man. You can try and fucking zhuzh it up as much as you like. It's spreadsheets. I guess watch Big Brother because I'm telling someone to leave. Get up and bang him Sri. These read like Big Brother people. Let's type in Sri Big Brother.
Do you know anything about?
Sri Dasari is best known as a contestant on the 10th series of Big Brother in 2009. And I wanted him to bang someone out for some reason. And then there's Sophia. I'm guessing that'll be the same season?
Anything.
Why am I doing this? Nobody get it. Oh, yeah, actually, she rings a bell. Sophia Sosa. Oh, I got annoyed because someone walked out. I maintained I'd be great in Big Brother. I think I'd have been nominated every week, but not voted out. Back in the day where they wanted to keep in the people that irritated and rocked the boat. Whereas it got to a point where they just removed all the fun people, didn't they?
Go's gone in it, the go's gone.
That in itself just shows how far gone the game has gone.
It's just Big Brother fucking stuff. Why am I doing a watch-along? I'm so ahead of my time back then. 17 years ago, Fancy's doing something, but what? Whatever the fuck we want, says my brother. That's a Bam Margera reference.
Is he in Botham?
Haha, helpful. Fancy picking me up from college in a bit. He probably wouldn't think so. I'll get fucking done in again by someone with Down syndrome. So, by the way, Fancy's doing something. How about paying attention in the lesson that you're in?
No.
Oh, nah.
Oh, no.
I'm going to do that. Obviously not. Casper, I think you should sunbathe, says Becky. That was my nickname at college, Casper, because I was well fucking pale. I had some fucking bullshit going on in my stomach. I was like well anemic, and I was like sheet white. So, yeah, good having a nickname about an illness, a chronic illness you were suffering at the time. Banter. Do you know what used to fuck me off? It's like some of the lecturers, and I was a bit of an angry prick then, fine, okay, and I've changed now, obviously, for insurance reasons. But, like, certain lecturers I didn't like would call me Casper, and I'm like, I didn't mind it from some lecturers that are pretty sound. It got abbreviated to Cass usually. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. But it's like, if I don't like you, and you're a bit of a cock, then you don't call me Casper. That's not my name. To quote the fucking Ting Tings. So, how about we don't? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm anemic, and at one point we'll have to have cameras down my throat and up my ass. We don't. Not even that sunny, I reply. I wouldn't want to lose my nickname that I love so much, would I? It is sunny, but I guess it wouldn't be fair to get a tan with your nickname, would it? Yeah, I think that's how it works. I should have got a real tan and see how creative they could get it when I got brown skin. Go on, risk it. Fucking risk it. You're going to get hashtagged off the fucking planet, mate. Cancelled. Okay, flock of seagulls, mate. That's about it. Tarantula Cocks coming next week. Thanks for listening. Don't put bags over your head. And mind your child, don't fall out the house. Cool, usual shit. Shut up then. Why am I like, I'm going too early with that bit. Shut up then.